The first verse is about the first two themes of the 5 themes of geography that deal with human movement. So the first one is location, and the second one is place. So let's take a look at the first part of this verse. People move from location to location all around the earth, yeah, from nation to nation. GPS, an absolute destination, or relative 4 blocks north of that old gas station. So people move all around the earth. We move from our house to school, to the grocery store, to soccer practice. We're constantly moving, and we can even move between cities and towns and states and countries and continents. So people are constantly moving. And at any given time, there are 2 ways to determine our location. There's absolute location and there's relative location. So our absolute location, if we were to take a GPS, a handheld GPS unit, or a GPS in your car, if you have that, that's going to give you your longitude and latitude. It'll tell you exactly where you are on the earth. It'll give you numbers that tell exactly where you are. So that's called absolute location. It's the dot on the floor, that number, that longitude and latitude that determines exactly where you are. Your relative location, we use this a lot. For instance, 4 blocks north. I am 4 blocks north of that old gas station. I'm giving a location relative to something else. For instance, I am 2.5 miles west, or no, I'm sorry, 2.5 miles east of where I work. That's my relative location right now, as opposed to here is my longitude and latitude for where I'm standing right this second. So that's absolute and relative. So let's figure out how we're going to act this out here. All right. So people move. That's just people moving from location to location. So people are moving from one location to the other, and then all around the earth. Yeah, from nation to nation. I'm pointing 2 different nations there. GPS, like we have a handheld GPS. An absolute destination, which is going to give us the point on the floor. It's going to give us the longitude and latitude. Or relative 4 blocks north of that old gas station. That's where we are relative to that old gas station. Good. All right, so the second part of this verse is about place. So here we go. People get to a place, a unique congregation of absolute points like your home or train station. The place means much more than just a dot on the floor. That's only longitude and latitude. We're so much more. Okay, so people get to a place, and a place it's all subjective to sort of human existence, right? So if you have a point, an absolute location out in the desert that nobody cares about, that's just an absolute point. It's not a place. A place is meaningful to humans. Like my house is a place. My school is a place. My work is a place. And all those things, my house, my school, my work, all those are made up of a congregation of absolute points. Like if I took a GPS and walked around my house, it's going to give me a whole bunch of different absolute points, a whole bunch of different longitudes and latitudes. And that's a unique congregation of absolute points that make up something that's meaningful to me, like my house, for example. This is a place. So, let's be the dot on the floor. It's much more meaningful than just a dot on the floor, like a dot, like an absolute location out in the desert means nothing to me. It means nothing to anybody else. So that is just a location, not a place. Because the dot on the floor is just a longitude and a latitude. And we are so much more than just that, or our places that are important to us are so much more than just longitude and latitude. All right, so here's how we're going to do that. So people get to a place, like here's my house, or wherever you are right now, it's a place to you, whether you're in your school, your classroom, it's a place. So people get to a place, a unique congregation, and then all these absolute points around us make up this place of absolute points. Like your home, we're in a little teepee home here, your home or train station, the place means much more than just a dot on the floor. So we go back to our GPS. The place means much more than just a dot on the floor, because that's only longitude and latitude. We're so much more. Our place is so much more. Okay, let's try the whole thing slowly. So people move from location to location, all around the earth, yeah, from nation to nation. GPS, an absolute destination, or relative 4 blocks north of that old gas station. People get to a place, a unique congregation of absolute points like your home or train station. That place means much more than just a dot on the floor. That's only longitude and latitude, or so much more. Okay, let's give this a try with the music. It goes pretty quickly. I'm going to do my best.
Bottle it up. Bottle it up. People move, people bottle it up. From location to location, all around the earth, yeah, from nation to nation. GPS, an absolute destination, a relative 4 blocks north of that old gas station. People get to a place, a unique congregation of absolute points, like your home or train station. That place means much more than just a dot on the floor. That's only longitude and latitude with so much more. We want to look to online.
All right, let's try it one more time.
Bottle it up. Bottle it up. People move, people bottle it up. From location to location, all around the earth, yeah, from nation to nation. GPS, an absolute destination, a relative 4 blocks north of that old gas station. People get to a place, a unique congregation of absolute points, like your home or train station. That place means much more than just a dot on the floor. That's only longitude and latitude with so much more. We want to look to online, please.
So that is the first verse.